think my internet is down. Oh no! Never mind, you're back. Okay. I don't know what happened. Is it going? Oh, hey. If you guys could refresh your screens just in case. Not sure if my internet went down for a second. Have ya? Okay. Interesting. Oh. You have an empty tome. Also trying to like eat pizza as I'm in the middle of like running around here. So I'm like turning off my mics that way you guys don't have to hear me chomp on the pizza. A duplicator at this time? That's kinda busted. Which is why no one went for it. That's okay. Oh, did we skip? What? Couldn't stop helping. We're leveling up like crazy. Can't put one because it thinks I'm spamming. So mad we missed the flaming skull item due to spamming. Aw. Next time, yep. The flaming skull is pretty good. I do like it as an item. Oh. Game loves ooze too much, maybe just a bit. What's this? I'll take that, whatever that was. Weird. There's something all the way down here. It's a green arrow. So pet is a full health? Interesting. I mean, I'll take it. What is happening with the spear? That looks like a crazy amount of, like, area it has. Weird. Oh, the frozen enemies. That's what it is. I get it. So when time stop happens, it actually deals a shit ton of damage. Oh. What is this? Allows you to buy the Defang power-up. That... Do I have to go to the shop? Weird. Okay. Okay. I have no idea what I just got, but apparently it should be cool. Right? Ultra Roulette. Defang makes a certain percentage of mobs do no damage to you. That's busted. I have to go and pick that shit up now. The power up, I see. Okay. Okay, so I can just randomly find it. Okay, that's cool. Oh, what's So we got here. Explode on impact. I don't have either of those. Reroll skips and banishes. Picking up coins. Okay. We don't have any of those. I'm gonna reroll. Oh, I'm gonna pick this Jail of Crystals. Heck yeah. I have impressive strength. Nice. We're so strong, yet we haven't even gotten to the 10-minute mark yet. That wand is a hard carry. That it is. Although the spear ain't too shabby either. That we're somehow making an OP build no one has tried before. Music has a very Tales of Symphonia-esque feel to it. Do you guys hear it? Or at least hear what I'm putting down in terms of the music itself? I want to see it evolve, but it helps you too much, Bear. What's happening? There's a lot of bubbles coming up. Oh, it definitely has a Tales feel. A little been a very long time since I played Symphonia. One of my favorite Tales. Ooh. Yeah, feel that dopamine, that serotonin surging. Vesperia is my favorite of all time. I can honestly see that. Vesperia has one of the best main characters, I think, in most Tales games. Okay, quick question for those in the chat. If you've played Tales, any of the Tales of series, which one is your favorite game, and which is your favorite main character? Or I guess favorite character in general from the Tales of games. I need to look up his name, be right back. No problem, take your time. Oh, we're leveling up insanely high right now. Okay. I'm curious about where we will end up now. I feel like our build is broken. I feel like already our build is pretty broken. If the game will allow us to actually even play. Oh my god, so many level ups, dude. What the fuck? Alvin from Tales of Zillia is the best character, but Vesperia is best game for me. I can respect that. Tales of Zillia was excitingly, like, well done, I think. Oh? They can see what gravity juggle actually does now. Good question. Yep. I love how the majority of Tales games starts out as find your neighbor's lost cat and ends up with you and God must save the multiverse from the third dimension evil angels. Very accurate. It's like, what was it? Because yeah, Tales of Symphonia, like, just starting off with the, the journey and everything from there. Like trying to get blessings for Colette, and then having to end up fighting. Spoilers if you have not played Tales of Symphonia. It's practically a 20-year-old game, but fighting Mythos Yggdrasil, who is like pretty much a fallen angel, like at the end of the world and everything. Like, that's some wild stuff. Or even Tales of the Abyss, if you have not played Tales of the Abyss, or if you have not watched the anime. That is about fighting against fate itself. the song of the world and trying to circumvent what is a terrible catastrophe because of it. Kelly, it's nibble time. Mumbina, welcome in. I hope you're having a good night. Thank you very much for coming in. Playing some Vampire Survival Wars. Punching through. Don't bite me. I'm very, very sensitive. Me too. I'm depressed. Me too. No friends to play. Is with is boring. I feel that. Join the club, though. Depression is just a natural state of being for me. Yeah, I hate having no one to play aims with. I'm like popping all these enemies right now. I haven't seen a mini boss come up, but I feel like I could probably destroy it. Also, these bats are actually putting in the big work for me right now. Oh. No upgrades to the next 8 levels. Fair. Oh. But somehow you got this, yep. I'll take that. He was too OP, the gold bar is probably part of our downfall. Ooh. Oh, is that the upgrade cross? It is. Flying swords, Heaven's Sword. Hehehe. My power has grown too great. Yes, we were too easy on it. I keep hearing the in-game cats and thinking it's my cat trying to get my attention. Might need to collaborate a banish next time. That's fair. Who's we agreed? Let me know and I'll vote with you. It's a random match. Should we vote for it? Let's find out. Fair enough. Alright. You guys get to choose. Does it suck at level 6 now? I think it is. We'll see. You see the red boxes? We're trying to so hard and doesn't even feel it. Nah. Like, I mean, the spear's good, don't get me wrong. See them, yeah. Yep. Oh, I'll take that. I'll take the upgrade Gati Amari. Yeah. What shall you do? Banish. I would think the empty tome would be the one that you'd probably want to banish. That way you don't get even more cooldown reduction. Oh, but the Gati Amari is doing the work right now. Fair enough. And just keep the gold coins, it's not going to affect anything. What up, Stormy? How you been? Oh. Hopefully Molly's nice. We'll see. Play the health, we might have a chance. Oh. That's kind of funny. So because you guys actually took away a lot of my ability to upgrade further, now it's just giving me straight stat boosts. Oh, what's this? A little box. Allows you to choose any unlocked base weapon. Oh! Well. What the fuck, indeed. I think I'll go with the victory sword. I don't quite remember the solid thing. Giant robots come at the end. What? Yeah. It gave me a gimme. It gave me a little gimme. Now it gets power leveled? Yeah. So technically you could banish that at the moment, but I do have a 7th weapon. Busted run, agreed. Instantly made an OP build. And it's not even fully formed and it's still strong. Got to 20. Survived 20 minutes in whiteout. Unlocked Shimoon. Hell yeah. We did it. We did it, gamers. Oh. Aha. Against our wishes. Alright, so question. Should we keep going with Vampire Survivors or should we switch to another game? Your choice, everybody. Hey, what are you doing, dog? Come on. Get up. Get up. Get up. Get over there. Lay down. Lay down on the blanket. Lay down. Lay down here. Lay down. Lay down. That this took it out. Well, I might be out. This took a lot. I mean, I'm about to head to bed, but got to get the kids ready for school in a few hours. Oh no, dude, Buddha, if you gotta go to sleep, feel free to do so. That's totally fine, but I appreciate it. And Foosby, thanks very much for indulging. Well, actually, if this is the case, we'll switch up to a different game. I know that Zork, would probably enjoy. Well, what's Rem? A good question. We'll switch it up. We'll go ahead and quit the game for the moment. But let's see. Let's see about going into a bit of a different game. I'm gonna put myself on a little bit of a break. Gotta take a little bit of a breaky here. And after or after the little break, we'll actually play some Citizen Sleeper, which would be fun. Yeah, let me go ahead and put some on, and I'll be right back. Yeah, good night, Buddha. Thanks very much for coming in and appreciate you, bud. All right, break time starts now. Okay. All right. All right. We are back. Hello. We have relocated back to the, I guess, what would be the main dungeon for the Void Keep depths. Either way, I've gotten back into my garage, which has like the actual hardline connection to it. So we're doing it. So let's go ahead and talk shop about what we're gonna do going forward here. We're gonna switch gears. I think we're gonna play some Citizen Sleeper. This is a game that Zork has bequeathed unto me to. Oh, but before that, it looks like we're doing some push-ups. Okay. One, two, three, four, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. 10 push-ups done. Got that all sorted. Thank you very much for that, Stormy. Oh, all right. What was I saying? Oh yeah, we're gonna switch to Citizen Sleeper. Come in for the chill vibes. Of course, Mr. Ooze, I appreciate ya. Come in. What does it mean to be human? Find out in Citizen Sleeper. Alright, let's change. There we go. Citizen Sleeper. Wait, it didn't fully change the info. Still has me on Vampire Survivors. We want Citizen Sleeper. Okay. There we go. Citizen Sleeper. I guess narrative. Narrative game. Okay. Alright, so let me load up this game. So Citizen Sleeper, for those that are uninitiated into this game, is it's more of a narrative sort of game in that similar vein as like Celestial Return, which I played a little while ago. The graphics in it are pretty awesome. It actually remind me a little bit of like the person who did Lancer's art, Abaddon, like the main creator for that. But this is an experience, if I'm not mistaken. I go ahead and switch game audio. Uh, new game. Let me know if the volume is a little bit loud as well. Switching up. There we go. All right. So we have a few different classes that we'll be able to pick from. So, operator. An operator works with drones and high precision. Remote machines perform complex tasks from a distance. Sleepers assigned to operator work are usually cerebral and precise people. Extractor. Extractors work on resource extraction, often in hard vacuum environments. Sleepers assigned to extractor work are often confident, self sufficient, have a high level of. Machinist. A machinist repairs and modifies automated systems used in industrial resource extraction. Sleepers assigned to machinist work are usually diligent, careful, and structured. Gauge. Interface. I like the idea of being more of an operator in terms of my usual stuff. Ooh. Yeah, we might have to pull some of that sound design down if possible. We'll see. The first thing you become aware of on waking disconnect. The delay between thinking and between wanting to act and acting. Minor, almost imperceptible, but always present. We're gonna go change the music to about that much. And let me know if it's a little bit too loud still. Where are you? It's at its worst when waking, when yourself has spent many dark hours recalling what it felt like to be real, to be a person, to be in a body that was indisputably yours. Maybe I'll put it down just. Think of that body. A leap into a cold lake on a hot day, the sting of blood welling from a fresh wound, the friction of a fingertip. All of a sudden, the memories are closer than you thought, blurring as you approach. You can't tell one from the other. The cold slips in behind and around you, and sensations fade out of reach. Perhaps you should be thankful for the dulled nature of this new body, given your current circumstances. The walls of the container feel immediately present, cold, hard, at your back and face, cramping your bones. You resist the desire to stretch, knowing that the claustrophobia comes next. Retreat a little from your central nervous system. It isn't painful, not like you used to know pain at least. In emergency mode, pain is a message delivered with efficiency and ease, a reminder that harm is imminent. There is no insistent throb, no trembling nerves, just a warning delivered with the banal quality of a digital notification. Right now, there are thousands of them. Remember the plan. Remember the others. Remember there are 10 of you. 10 that could no longer stand the indentured work, the routines, the slow decay. 10 whose belief in their promised future slowly dismantled day by day, till they realized they had sold away everything that could and would ever matter. 10 that would escape, or at least die trying. Somewhere lost in the shaft, others never found the meeting point. Only a few made it to the containers. With a freighter, as far as you know, left. That feels like enough to know that you might no longer be on that grim and heartless rock. Even if, the airless hold of a freighter, you might freeze solid long before you reached any destination. Wait for the cold, try to rest. But you are restless. It has been a long time since you left, surely weeks, maybe months. You are dully aware of damage to your legs, your right arm. You have been reserving energy as much as possible, but your body has still needed to shut down many of its systems to protect you. You have spent much of that time asleep, knowing that anything else would be impossible. Feel the weight of that impossibility begin to gather. It's time to sleep again, to nudge this false body into including delta waves in your emulated mind, and once again recoil into a dream of when you were once a person. Time passes, cold creeps further in. Feel something. Warmth. Not true warmth, but the indication of its presence. Your joints release from their rigor, sound too everywhere, screeching and shimmering so loud that your body ducks hearing to protect its sensors. Then light, white as the cold, softer and softer until in the haze of dirty yellow, a figure appears. You are out. Dragos, pragmatic salvager. It's been a few hours since Dragos pulled you from the container. You sit huddled in a corner of his scrapyard, swaddled in the reflective folds of a mylar blanket. You are slowly coming back to consciousness, back to life. You stare at the ornately curving element of an improvised heater. You are surrounded by angular, incoherent lumps of ships, some corroded beyond recognition, others still carrying glassy wounds along their edges where a plasma arc sliced them apart. As you trace their shapes with fogged eyes, you hear a voice. So, sleeper, you all thawed yet? Almost. Never seen one of you come in like this. Frames must have been better perseverance in sub-zero vac. Seen more than a few of you frozen solid to hull plates or inside outer locks in my time. They weren't so lucky. Dragos comes into focus, shrouded in makeshift tech, his headset with its glinting eyes the mark of a drone operator. On his shoulder, one of his symbiotically linked drones perches, its irising eyes locking you with an unflinching stare. Last living sleeper that came through this yard was a while ago. They didn't last long. Struggle to read his expression beneath the tech, but he seems lost in memory for a moment. Or perhaps he is just figuring out what to do with it. What happened to them? He ignores her question. I won't ask what led you to sell yourself to a corporation, and I suppose you know you can't go back. Old body, that's theirs now, and you are just software. Rogue emulation illegally possessing corporate property. You nod along, you remember biometrically signing the forms, the cold floor on your feet as you added to the sleeper cells, the promise of a life off-world. As you do, you get the now familiar sensation that these aren't your memories. These are things you know, but not things you feel. You are no longer that person. You're an offshoot. Copy. What you won't know is what's ahead. At least the last one didn't. There's no easy way to pull it. That body of yours is falling apart. Same for any sleeper who makes it out. S&OP wants to protect their property, but if they can't keep hold of you, well, then no one can. You remember that too, or at least rumors of it from the other sleepers. Planned obsolescence, a built-in dependence on the regularly administered supplements that were part of your. Stop taking them, and your body begins to shut down, separate from your emulated mind. How long has it been? How long do you have? See, okay. In the grim, dark future of what is the newer 22nd century, that would be a frightening thing to think about. That, with the state of things are, with companies like Apple and other companies, where planned obsolescence, you gotta update, you gotta replace at some point. If we're at the point where we even have to replace like limbs and bodies and stuff, that would be a frightening thing, but I wouldn't put it too far past it really. But for now, Sleeper, you are one of the lucky ones. Dragos glances up and away towards the glassy dome of the yard. The eye is the best place you could be right now. The eye? The station, you'll see soon enough. Dragos impatiently shifts his weight. Look, I've got things to be getting on with. Trails off. There's an old freight container I've been using as storage out in the stacks. We haven't been pulling in much valuable scrap these days, so you're welcome to it. Something wells up inside of you. Emotion. Fatigue. You shakily get to your feet. Nod. Alright, you head up on there. You look like you need some rest. That Dragos stalks back into the Rex, his drones already converging on the rusting hulk. Plasma flashes silhouetting his spindly figure as he returns to work. Welcome to Erlin's Eye. Life on the Eye runs in cycles, during which you can talk to characters, explore areas of the station, perform actions, At the end of each cycle, you need to head to your current home to rest. Resting will move time forward on the station. Heading to the empty container location to rest and end the cycle now. Select locations by clicking on their icon. All cycles need to end. Rest and prepare for the next one. Sound design in this game is actually very well done. I like it. You wake curled up in the corner of the container, begin slowly assembling the world around you. After all this time, you still find this body, the one you awaken now, strange and disjointed. Its messages readable, but somehow wrong. You sit up, pulling the mylar blanket close against the cold. Or steel. Here you are on this ruined station, millions of miles from anyone you know. Are you still in the system? Did any of the others make it out? It's impossible to know, after all. After all this, matters. Building a life. Maybe you did get lucky finding yourself here. Maybe here on the edge of everything, there's a life for you to build. But before you can build anything, you'll need to learn to survive. Maybe if you can do that, you can make a life for yourself. Dragos has left a few comforts in the container: the mylar blanket, the bedroll you slept on, a canister of water, a makeshift electric stove, and some faded sachets of some desiccated powder. You thumb the power stud of the stove and begin to boil the water. The contents of the sachets smell like damp wood. Sprinkle them into the liquid. As the pungent smell washes over you, images from your restless sleep come back to you. A ring, like the station, but skeletal and ghostly. A web of threads pulling at your skin. A constellation of bright polygonal shapes, like angular suns burning into your mind. There's something unpleasantly visceral about these images. It is long after you finish drinking before they begin to fade. You tidy away the stove as best you can. You try to gather enough energy to greet the day. Tutorial: Condition, Action Dice, and Energy. 1. Your condition represents the current state of your artificial body. Depletes by one segment each cycle, but can also be damaged by violence, injury, or lack of food. If your condition bar empties, you will suffer a breakdown. You have to figure out how to recover your condition now that you no longer have access to corporate pharmaceuticals that were keeping you alive. Ah, that sounds just like regular life. Action dice. At the start of each cycle, you roll your action dice. These dice can be used to perform actions on the station. The number of dice rolled is based on your current condition. The worse your condition, the fewer dice you have. Once you have used your dice, you cannot take any further actions and must rest to recover them, ending the current cycle. You can also need to eat to survive. This is represented by your energy bar. You can fill your energy bar by eating, but first you'll have to find somewhere to get food. Your energy depletes by 2 segments each cycle. If it becomes empty, you will be starving. When starving, energy loss becomes condition loss, and your condition will also deplete at a double rate per cycle. So we have to keep all of this shit balanced. Axton, it's good to see you, buddy. How you been? If you guys aren't following my friend Axton Lottle, what are you doing with yourselves? Axton is the most amazing axolotl VTuber, a very awesome and staunch friend, and a very, very cool guy at that. He runs a Snaxolotl food truck with his son, cooking up some really awesome recipes and also playing many different games, from your RPGs to more action games as well. He's a seriously cool guy, so do give him some love and follow us from there. Also, I am Hadriel. Good to see you just as well. I'm hoping you're having a good night. Heyo, Uzi. Hello, Axton. How was your stream? What were you doing? What were you playing? Raiders. I'm Uzi Oops. I'm a gelatinous cube janitor. I sometimes tidy up things here in the Void Keep depths. I mostly just keep things relatively calm here, even though a whole lot of just stuff kind of comes down the pipeline, as it were. But how y'all doing? How's everything going with my favorite axolotls? Thanks so much for the kind words as always, buddy. We were doing some FF14. Where are you playing, or what expansion are you on with FF14? Yeah, yeah, deep into the Shadowbringers, or perhaps the Stormblood? Because I remember finishing up Stormblood. I'm in Shadowbringers myself, but I need to play it a little bit more to get through. I've been putting it off, but I do need to return to that game at some point. But how was it? Were you doing some raiding, some gathering, more MSQ stuff by chance? I'm gonna go ahead and move myself back so that way I'm not up in your grill. But yeah, we're currently playing some Citizen Sleeper, which is more of a narrative RPG kind of game where you're a sleeper, so you're a dude who sold their body to a corporation, and now your mind is implanted in a robotic body to do work. And you need to find pharmaceuticals and also find a way to live and survive while you're lost on this particular space station. So a lot of narrative stuff, a lot of upkeep and other things like that in story. But Axton, also if you do have to raid and run, totally understand. Streaming takes it out of you. If you need to get something to drink, something to eat, maybe just get something. Oh shit! Double raid. What's going on? No. Mainframe gamer. Thank you very much for the raid. That's a double raid, 2-in-1. Main raid. The main upbeat. Exilian. What's up? Double raid. Yeah. Hello there. Mainframe gamer. Thank you very much for the raid. How are you doing, raiders? I am I forgot my name for a second. I'm Oozy Ooze. I'm a gelatinous cube janitor. I'm often a little bit of a goober who just kind of like hangs out, plays video games, and just messes around a little bit. But thanks very much for the head pat, Nixilian. Thank you. Very kind. I'm doing well. I hope your stream is going well. Hey, that's totally fine. My stream is going well. We were playing some Vampire Survivors for a little bit, enjoying a bit of some of that game, and also busting up through like the Twitch integration for that, which is a lot of fun. But along with that, we're actually playing Citizen Sleeper, which is more of a narrative focused game, and an interesting one at that. I'm gonna be a Citizen Sleeper myself as well, buddy. Gotta head to bed. Have a good stram. I will, and thank you very much for dropping in, Axton. But Mainframe Gamer, thank you very much for the raid as well. What were you and your folks playing yourself? I'm gonna read over a few things here just as I'm looking at your profile, but Mainframe Gamer streams No Man's Skies, Borderlands, and World of Warcraft. And let me just double check something here. Wait. I recognize. Okay. Okay. But Mainframe Gamer, what were you all playing in terms of your stuff here? I like your profile image with the TV head specifically. But also if you do have to raid and run, I understand, but I do appreciate you sharing your community as well there, bud. Yeah, our stream is going well. Let me go ahead and give you a shout out here. Just so we can do that. Wiggles! We wiggling today. Ah. Aha. Whoop. The main gamer. There we go. I was playing No Man's Sky with my brother-in-law. No Man's Sky is a great game. I remember actually playing that when it first came out. I know that there was a lot of like controversy about that game, but there was something about playing that game, being able to name your planets that you're landing on, name the different creatures. We finished the expedition today. Hell yeah. Yeah, no, I love No Man's Sky. I need to return to that game as well. There's a lot of games in my backlog that I need to play at some point. But No Man's Sky is definitely high up on it. I know that they've released so many new updates, from having your own fleets to even having your own mechs, aquatic gameplay, and everything too. I hope you had a good time there, bud. Also appreciate the wiggles there, Stormy. Thank you for that. And sharing that with the folks. Yeah, mainframe gamer. If you need to head out, I understand. Get yourself something to drink, something to eat, or if you need to rest up, feel free to do so. But thank you very much for sharing your community. Appreciate you. But in the vein of space, we're playing Citizen Sleeper, the narrative sci-fi game. It has a lot of like roles to it. Where Dragos is standing. I'm gonna lurk while I wind down from the night. Have a wonderful stream. I appreciate the lurk and thank you. Dragos is standing in the corridor when you close up the container. He's still wearing his headset. In the harsh light of the corridor, you realize it is implanted. The drone sits on his shoulder, its cachet of sensor eyes rapidly irising. How are you? Sorry. How are you feeling? Okay, I guess. The drone chirps. Good to hear. You notice that beneath the operator's rig, his skin is marked by burns and blotches. I know the container isn't much, but it'll keep you safe. Pauses. So I'm not gonna chit-chat too long. You well enough to work? Sure. All right then, he nods. At the yard, it's simple stuff. We hack these old hulls down, sell them off to the shipyards or the bright market dealers for cryo. Occasionally, we pull out some tech, something with a bit more value, but most of what comes in is scrap. It's hard to find good hands here, but I figure as a sleeper you'll be used to the manual labor, and obviously I'll slip you a few chits of commission based on what you turn up. Got it. He shuffles his feet nervously. Look, I wouldn't usually do this. In my opinion, we'd be best moving on as quick as you can, and sleepers, well, trails off. But things being the way that they are for me at the yard, he pauses. I need the help. I'm happy to. Okay. He pauses, thinking of something else to add. Look, just come down to the yard when you are feeling fresher. There's plenty to do. Will do. He nods distractedly and turns and walks away, the drone hopping along ahead of him. See you later, he calls back. Looks like it's time to get to work. Okay. So this is our character. We're more of an operator. We're more along the lines of an engineer and drone expert. Pretty cool. Oh, let's see. Dragos's yard. Actions are the primary way you interact with the world of Citizen Sleeper. To perform an action, click and drag your chosen action dice to the slot. Hull dissection. Even the rustiest hull can hide valuable components and materials. Extracting them means cutting carefully and skillfully. Manual salvage. It's going to take some time to sort and cut your way through the towers of salvage, but you're no stranger to hard labor. Actions reward you with clock progress, energy, condition, or items depending on their outcome. There are 3 types of outcomes. Positive, the action goes better than expected. Neutral, the action succeeds. Or negative, the action fails. So action dice affect these outcomes as follows. Okay, so that's 100, 50-50, 25%, or big chance for negative. Okay. Actions display information about their type, risk level, and skill, and the modifiers that apply to that action. So either critical or repeatable, critical actions can only be performed once. Risk either safe, risky, or danger. Interesting. I see. The skill that this action requires either engineer, interface, endure, intuit, or engage, and a modifier. Okay. So let's see. Dragos is tied up in something ugly, and if he misses a payment or two, things could get nasty. Back in business, every salvager knows that they're always just one lucky haul away from their next payday. I would like to take my big stack here and put that right there in the risky. Actions often progress clocks. Clocks are displayed below the actions that fill them, and they track your actions and how they affect the world. Filling a clock means something good or bad is about to happen. Some clocks, such as the one tracking Dragos' debt, are cycle clocks. These clocks tick themselves once each cycle and can complete without player input. Any active cycle clocks will be displayed on the icon for that location. Okay. So we did some stuff back in business. Good. Tutorial. Drives and... Ah! Thanks very much for the frying pan story. In Citizen Sleeper, you unlock drives to discover more about yourself and the world. Drives guide you in pursuing specific objectives depending on which path you wish to take. You can track drives, and a track drives will place a yellow marker on locations that will help you pursue your goal. Access your drive menu via the arrow button at the top left of the screen. You are now free to explore Erlin's Eye and make a life for yourself here. Try tracking a drive to help you survive. Look for food to keep your energy up and a way to recover condition. Build clocks, progress stories, and find new opportunities. Remember to end cycle at your home. You're out of dice. Welcome. Thank you. Use the mouse wheel or W and S to scroll along the station. Rotate the view with A and D. Good luck. Interesting. I'm cute. Find a doctor. Need access to corporate pharmaceuticals, otherwise this escape attempt will come to a rapid end. Find a doctor. Dragos pulled you out of the salvage and set you up. Perhaps he can repay his kindness in time. Let's see, those are quests. I don't have any extra points. Just kind of go there. Dock C. Helion Crossing. Merchants willing to run the gauntlet of the Helion system are rare, but those that do always return, eventually. Curious. Is this just... Okay, so that's just there, I guess. Rotunda. Wait, is there anything here? No. That's just there. Okay. Bright Market. Steal dock plans. Havenage security has to have plans. Stealing them would be the fastest way to get to know this place and the most dangerous. Or you could explore the Rotunda. The Rotunda of the old dock is filled with passageways and concourses leading to all kinds of docking bays. Huh. I'm not sure if I want to do that. Dock B? Interesting. Take several cycles to reach the starward belt and return, loaded with scrap from the old wrecks. Bright Market, low-end gate. Bustling open market. Ask for directions. Why wander when there are hundreds of people that live and work within the Bright Market? All you need is the courage to approach them. Explore the market. The smells, sounds, and buzzing activity of the Bright Market makes it a dizzying place to wander, but an enticing one too. Local knowledge. The Bright Market is the busiest part of the eye's lower rim. You can find anything and everything here. Okay. What's this? Low-end gate. After some spacers caused some trouble in the low end, Yatagan have imposed a toll for entry. No one gets in without paying. There's a lot of options here. Shipyard. So I guess what we want to do... I'll go to the bright markets. Why is that such a dangerous action? Try it out. Local knowledge, neutral outcome. The bright market is the busiest part of the eye's lower rim. You can find anything and everything here. Alright, you managed to follow the flow. It seems wise not to push your luck. You'll have to explore the rest of the market on your own. You manage to follow the flow of people, and you start to appreciate, even enjoy, the chaotic layout of the markers. Sorry, the markets. Markers? I don't know why I said that. Local knowledge. The bright market is the busiest part of the eye's lower rim. You can find anything and everything here. Okay. That is a doctor. I have nothing to give. Next comes the call from the enforcer at the door. You shuffle down the flickering hallway towards the open apartment door. You keep your head down, your shoulders high in the queue, trying not to bring attention to yourself. You were thankful for the tip-off that a doctor was operating out of this place, but now that you're here, you aren't so sure. The gang enforcer on the door, the flickering light strips, the decaying hab block, they have all made the long queue a test of your nerve. But your options are few, and without a supply of stabilizer, your body will suppress a shiver and shuffle forward to the front of the queue. You try to find something to distract yourself. Inside. Lean against the door frame and look into the apartment. The entryway is dark, punctuated by the green indicators of stacks of sealed containers.
Hello there.
Oh, thank you very much for the follow there, Mainframe Gamer. Appreciate you. Welcome into the Dungeon Depths. And now that you're part of the Dungeon Depths, you cannot leave. Not really. But you do get some really cool things. You get some free emotes that you may use at your leisure. Along with that, you get access to the Void Keep Depths, our Discord, as it is. If you wish to join in there, you're welcome to. Just be mindful of the floors. It does get a little bit difficult with it being so sticky and me being a slime. Let's see. You lean in and see amber light filtering through a far doorway, screened with plastic sheeting, beyond which blurred shapes move. Slap the enforcer's palm against the doorway jerks you awake. Wait your turn, he growls. After a few moments, a figure pushes through the doorway and you catch a distant voice. Send the next one in, Toshiro. The enforcer jerks his head and you slip inside, passing through the dark entryway and pushing through the plastic sheeting on the far door. The room beyond is bathed in warm light. A floor-to-ceiling transparent panel gives a full view of the bright market's sealed roof and the buzzing traffic above, and for a moment you are transfixed by the motion. Come, sit, calls a sharp voice. You see a silhouetted figure turned away, replacing the plastic sheeting over the frame of his folding bed. You make your way across the room. The figure turns, and as they do, see an expression of confusion flash across their features. They open their mouths as if to speak. They blink and then quickly regain their composure. Please, sit. They gesture to the bed. Turn to an open case of tools on the table. You sit. Sabine turns, a compact diagnostic scanner of some kind in their hand. They hold it to their eye. Remain still, please. Their tone is clipped and businesslike. You stare ahead, still dazed from their expression when you first entered. Fear, recognition, sadness, unmistakably etched across their face. How long have you been on the station? They ask, the scanner still to their eye. A few cycles. They nod. It's good you came to me. They set the diagnostic scanner on the table. I'm going to start by assuming you don't know anything. They take your arm and roll up your sleeve, inspecting your synthetic skin. Your body is dying. Say it without ceremony, without drama, not without empathy. SNR doesn't like to see its proprietary technology lose. Prevent bodies like yours, frames as they call them, from being stolen, purposed, or in your case, escaping. They built in a process of so-called planned obsolescence. Frames decay rapidly when not regularly injected with stabilizer, one which SNR remains the sole producer of. Up. Sound familiar? Yes. Good, that may help. They swap to your other arm, running some thin metal device over your skin. Feel your forearm tremble. Sorry, Sabine says, and you are unsure if they mean for the cold touch of the metal or everything else. Emulations like you, sleepers as most people know you, aren't classified as people in any of the surrogate systems. You have no rights, no status. They focus hard on the inspection of your arm. And SNARP has no reason to release stabilizer into the market. Sabine looks up, as if to apologize again, but they stop themselves. I know little of this is of use to you. In a way, assembling the metal instrument and cleaning it. Silence fills the room as Sabine works, and then the silence gives way to tension. You stare at their back, willing them to say something, anything. Sabine turns to face you. I may be able to help. Sigh. And you see the darkness under their eyes, hear the fatigue in their voice. They gesture to the door. You saw Toshiro outside. You nod. He works for my benefactor, Yatagan. They are influential in the low end. They give me this space to work, run the door, and take the profits. At the same time, I have to fix up their enforcers, tend to their implants, sew up their wounds. They look away. But Yatagan has connections, smugglers from the Starward Belt, mercenaries working for the corporations on Ember. If they can source the stabilizer, maybe you'll have a better chance. Sabine sets down their slate, their notes complete. This is dangerous, and it'll be expensive, but I think we can do it. Why help me? Sabine walks away to the window, their face dappled by the shadows of passing drones. Let's just see if this works first. I'll let you know when I have a lead. You nod and leave, Sabine still staring out, unmoving. When you reach the lower level of the market, you look back up through the panels of the roof to see if you can see their face. But the room looks dark against the lights of the market. You duck your head, walk off to the crowd. Wait for Sabine. Let's see. Wait for Sabine to acquire the stabilizer. There's also a food place. Memphis is busy, his broad face uplit by the makeshift gas burner in front of him. With precise, delicate movements, he lays thick chunks of marinated fungus into a dented wok, his other hand idly tossing a metal bowl of sliced vegetables and some red-flecked dressing. The smell is incredible. He watches as he fulfills a set of orders, heaping the fungus with the bright salad and depositing it in a plastic tray. A stack of chits rattles in his apron pocket as customers file past the burner, handing over payment. Approach. You join the queue. It's mostly made of off-duty salvagers, vac suits unzipped and rolled down to expose stained vests, grubby mods, a lattice of scars and tattoos. They discuss the best food on the eye, the best drink, comparing notes on bright market dives, their words cut through with heavy spacer slang. Eventually it's your turn, and you shuffle to the front, Emphas speaks in a deep, even tone without looking up. Your Stry is free. Thank him. The smell is almost unbearably strong as he cooks, the earthiness of the fungus laced with something so spicy, smoke makes your eyes water. The heat from the burner is like a bonfire, and your skin hardens in its glare. I know you, you sleepers, Emphas says while he cooks, his voice deep but clear. A hard life, a lot of stories. Glances up from beneath his cap with piercing eyes. No. Tell him a story. Begin to tell him about your journey to the eye, and he nods and he cooks, his eyes never leaving his work. Tell him of the confusion, the pain, but also the sense of possibility and sudden arrival. You tell him of the cold and dark of the container and the endless cycle spent within it. Now it seems you tell him like some dream that you once had, never forget. You tell him that the eye excites you, scares you, and you're unsure where to walk, where to look, what to do. Eventually you tail off, running out of words. He places a plastic tray of steaming fungus in your hand. Next time we can talk some more, he smiles. Next time, pay. Slams a heavy hand against a button on the burner's side and it shuts off. The roar of the flame and its impressive heat fades. Next time then, sleeper. He waves you away and begins to oil the walk. Before you turn back to the alley, you notice the geometric pattern of circular scars across his forearms, each surrounded with a constellation of marks. You walk away, and as you do, you take a bite of the rich, spicy, delicately sweet fungus. Your taste sensors light up like a fusion reactor. I'll be back. New drive discovered. Get to know Emphas. Emphas loves two things, stories and food. Maybe supply him with both, he can hear his story. Build a ship mind. You've heard talk of a fabricator owned by the Ort Exchange. With that and a few fragments, you could build a ship mind. So much to do. The Ort Exchange. Play the Exchange. The flow of chits and components in the Exchange is complex, but a sharp eye and some tight trades can net you a good margin. Sell components. A Ort Exchange is always hungry for new hardware to buy up, break down, and sell off, and you are happy to supply it. Trust a trader. There's an old ship mind fabrication stack in the back of the market, but only trusted traders get access to it. This is some good writing. I do like it. I do like this quite a bit. There's something incredibly calming about this game. Alright. Considering that, I can't really do much else. If I tried to do this, I probably would be putting myself in a bit of a problem. Because this is risky. Maybe we should go back to the empty container and sleep. All cycles need to end, rest and repair for the next one. This time you don't wake up, instead the ghost of the station, that shifting skeletal ring surrounds you. For a moment you are gone, absent from your own body, stretched out across a colorless void. Then the connection begins to establish themselves, threads tugging on the edge of your mind. These threads become vectors of exchange and then extensions as you feel your thoughts slipping away down them, dissolving into the millions of distributed nodes they connect to. You see the station. No, feel the station, like a web of texture in a smooth black liquid. Observe it. Even though you have no eyes, no sight, no see and feel the map of the station. No, not the map of the station, but the map of its connections. It is a looped cloud with spokes and spires that jut out into space. It is an ingrown thing full of obsolete loops and severed pathways. It is a system, a map, and territory all at once. You notice a tugging feeling, pulling at you, insistently as if it were a small child. Somehow it is pulling in two directions at once. You look down. All of a sudden, everything shuts off. Come back trembling into this unfamiliar body, both yours and not yours all at once. You find yourself standing in the container, eyes now open to the dark steel walls. Feel a change within you, a shift. You close your eyes for a second and you feel it waiting there, the station splayed out across your mind. A storm of connected nodes, waiting to be explored, and then it is gone. Gonna go ahead and give our boy our undivided attention. Beneath the pockmarked holes, you find hidden containers, alloy, plating, and wire bundles thick as your arm preserved in their trunking. Oh, we could steal dock plans, or we could explore the rotunda. I don't know. I have to wait for this one to pop off. I don't have 60 cryo. I have 24? I have cryo, which is a cryptocurrency. How? Oh, I see. I see. I feel like I might need to hold on to the money for a little bit. So let's do this. Let's steal the dock plans. Walk into the security office on a shift change and walk right back out with the plans moments later. Simple. Let's also explore the rotunda. I can't do it. Ankita? Interesting. Hey you, wanna earn a chit? Ankita stands beside a huge pile of tied together hull plates as he stretches out her back, her shoulders bulging beneath her flight suit. Sure. Across the docking concourse as she begins to split the plating into two bundles. What is it with this place? She asks as she lashes the massive plates together. Who wants their cut? Trains up to an imposing height, her armor plates creaking, and looks you up and down. Don't try anything, alright? She taps the butt of her sidearm. I don't want to have to put anyone else down today. Anyone else? She shrugs. What can I say? My temper's a little short lately. And Kita hoists one bundle of plating onto her shoulder. Come on then, enough chat. Gotta earn that shit. You struggle to shoulder the plates, but you do eventually. Ankita gives you a look. Ship's this way, and she sets off down a gantry at impressive speed. To catch up to her, she turns down a passage, pushing through a small crowd of stevedores. Why are you doing this yourself? You mean, why aren't I hiring those good folk? She nods back at the stevedores. I've paid Havenage enough. They're currently rinsing me for a mooring I can't vacate unless I either fix the ambergris or sell it off as scrap. Ambergris? Is that your ship? You catch on fast. She gives you another of her looks. She rapidly turns down another corner as you trail behind. She got cut up pretty bad on her last job, and I had to moor up here for a spell. But since then, it's only gotten worse. Someone got in, sliced the core from our ship mind, so now she's gone dark. Shift the panels and shoulders. The upshot is that I'm short one ship mind with a ton of repairs to do, and the rest of the crew signed off the moment they got wind I'd been stranded. So yeah, it's been the time. Anything I can do to help? I don't know. Got a ship mind tucked away on that frame of yours? For a moment, you aren't sure if she is serious. And Kita swings the plates from her back, almost knocking you over in the process. This is me. She hauls the second bundle off your shoulder. You're the first person I've met here who might actually be considered helpful. She pauses, chewing her bottom lip. Look, you want to help? Come see me. I need a hand putting Amber back together, and you don't seem like the type to try anything stupid. He passes the bundle of plates through the ambergris's outer lock, and then turns back. Just don't go spreading all this around. Kita throws you a couple of chits. Consider a bonus for not trying to grift me. She gives you a parting nod and ducks through the doorway. Alright, get out of here, she calls back. Lock slams shut. Drive. Build a ship mind. Fix the ambergris. We have a lot of drives at the moment. I would like to go to the bar. Get a drink. You gotta get a damn drink. I would like to get a drink, please. A big boy drink. For big boys, like me. You're unsure if your frame can metabolize alcohol, but this fungal drink fermented along the greenway seems like a good test. Buy rations. I'll keep some expired Solheim rations behind the bar for those weary spacers who ask why the Overlook doesn't serve food. I could easily fill myself up here. Overlook regular. The Overlook isn't exactly a restaurant, meaning the only way you'll gain trust around here is with a stiff drink. Mossy tones and aniseed. Sharpness fills your mouth. It isn't totally unpleasant, at least you can taste it. I will probably get some of this, just in case. Yeah. More energy. I have one big roll left to go. These old mag locks look like they each need an encrypted key to open. Why the heavy security for a decaying dock? Input one encrypted key. 2 maglocks seal the entryway to this dock. Doesn't look like anyone has been inside in years. Interesting. Rotunda. You're gonna be a little while. Shipyard. Assist a shipbuilder. You don't have connections, but you do have skills. If you can get a shipbuilder to know some, you might be in. Let's see what we can do. You shadow a shipbuilder. Press when you know how to double seal a hull plate. He slips you a tip at the end of the shift. Cool. Got money for that. That's good. I am all out. We're gonna go and end the cycle. Again, the skeletal ring of the station fills your mind. It sparkles with glittering lights, like stars reflected in a winter lake. It is clearer, crisper than before. Threads still pull, but you remain in place, flickering in the glow. Between the threads, you see bright shapes, cachets of shimmering light beneath transparent crystal forms. You follow the path of the thread across the ring, through these forms, then leap off into the void. Begin to understand these are the nodes. In connections, a map of information, of communication. There are so many layers, so many loops that it seems almost impossible to parse. But you begin to try. Focus on nodes, or focus on the threads. There are more threads than you can count. You choose one that passes nearby and approach it. As you inspect it, you understand why you instinctively chose the word thread when you first saw them. They are not single lines, but rough, fuzzy things woven from data strings of all kinds. Threads and nodes, passages and puzzle boxes, one leads to another. There is so much here, so many answers, so many questions. All you need to do is follow the paths and open the boxes. You look out across this ghost landscape of exchange and see an opportunity. But then that insistent tugging again, pulling at you. You look down again and see two lines, two threads pulling in different directions as if they were tied around you. Go with the first. First thread leads out, away from the station into the inky black. Someone out there is tracking you, hunting you, following the thread to you. They are in a ship, and the ship is approaching ever closer with each cycle. The second thread leads in, pulling deep into the station. Your gaze follows it, and this time you see something. A spear shimmering above a strange, angular body. A pulse shoots out from it, passing over you like a torch beam, testing you, tasting you. You open your eyes. Time is short. Damn. Someone out there is tracking you, following your trail, long before they arrive, hunted. Something has changed inside you. You can now access the data cloud of the Eye, a network of decaying protocols and data caches. While there, you can use dice and items to access systems and extract data. But be careful, these networks are old and strange. Click the I button at the top of the screen to toggle this view on and off. Key node. There are lots of nodes. A lone connection feeds into this isolated node. Its last access timestamp is 1,000 cycles ago. Data actions allow you to extract data from the networks of the Eye. They work like dice actions, but in order to unlock them you must match your dice to the one displayed on the right of the action. If you have +1 or 2 modifier in the interface skill, you will be given more possible dice to match. Use any dice that matches the dice displayed. Once unlocked, the data can be extracted. What if I use this one? No. So it has to be a 1A. Okay. That's a 2. That requires a Solfsheim cipher. This gate conceals a network of systems which have been untouched since the Solheim collapse. This node is orbited by the remains of a corporate countermeasure broken long ago by hackers. A Havenage member is broadcasting on the open network from here, leaving them open to data extraction. E-node. This node pulses faintly as it mines cryo at a glacial pace, abandoned by the hacker that repurposed it. Well, I can't use any of the dice there for what I would want to, which is fine. We're gonna go to Drago's yard and we're gonna help him out. Because I like him. Back in business. Okay. So if I try to use it here, I have a lower chance of succeeding. Actually, let me check something. So there's a 25% chance of it being a positive benefit, a 50% chance of it being a neutral benefit, and a 25% chance of it being negative. I'm not sure if I should go for that. That looks like that would probably kick my ass in some way. I'll try it. Please. Ooh, we did it. We did it. We did it. You observe the shipbuilders and try to make yourself useful, carrying tools and crates. Begin to notice how they work. You'll get to know the shipyards work here. No tourists here. Okay, we're at 30. We're at 30 credit chits. That's not too bad. Ambergris. I have... Ooh. And Kita has a couple of glitch repair drones in storage. If you can rewire them, they can repair the ambergris for you. This is dangerous. I'm gonna try it. Chip shape energy. I'm starving. That's unfortunate. One drone manages a couple of hours before shorting out while the other prides itself on you immediately. And Kita looks irritated. Was that good? Oh no. It looks like it puts some points onto the clock though, which is good. Okay. We're gonna need some... 15 is quite a bit. I'll take it. Your mouth stings as your sensorium sends warning signals over and over. This is the good stuff. For a quarter of the way to Fungus Fan, we've also used up all of our dice. What if I... the bar. Another little pip of energy there. Alright, we're looking like we're fitting in. It's good. I think we're good to go to hang out in the container. Okay, no dreams, nothing weird. As you close up, a voice echoes down the corridor towards you. Sleeper, wait up! Turn. Fang is coming down the corridor towards you, a wonky grin on his broad face. Hey, glad I caught you. Do I know you? You do now. Puts a hand on your arm. I've seen you hanging around. Just want to chat. You staying in that thing? Nods back to the container, shaking his head. Rough, it can be hard to get a start on the eye. Looks way down the passage. What was it old Erland said? The eye opens for all us all? Nice idea, but well, not always very practical. Glances back at you. Do our best, but it isn't easy. We pass together into a main walkway. Havenage, we're all one dysfunctional family. Fang puts an arm around you. I'm not part of the security branch, though, don't worry, I'm with systems. Systems. Everything the eye runs on. Runs a hand along the passage wall. This place is a ruin, but some systems keeps it spinning somehow, at least we try to. He stops you in the quiet passage. Look, that's not what I'm here to discuss. I saw you around and, well, I know a little bit about you sleepers. I have a little proposition for you. Glances around, but this is not the place for it. I have an office just across the way. Give me a cycle or two to prepare, then, when you're settled, stop by. Lowers his voice and gives you a dark look. In truth, I need you. If what they say is true about you sleepers, well, there's work to be done. Pats you on the back, his voice bright and his dark look suddenly gone. Stay clean, sleeper. Walks off down the passage, raising a hand in farewell. I notice. That's the one. Bypass. Extract data. Neutral outcome, one encrypted. Does that mean that I can actually get into this? I can. Two maglocks seal the entryway to the stock. It doesn't look like anyone has been inside in years. I unlocked one maglock. Need to do the other. Sabine. First thing you see on entering is the glint of Toshiro's implants, like a cat's eyes in the dark of the corridor. He nods you in as you arrive at Sabine's door. The entryway is dark. You push through the sheeting into the surgery.